Hello, welcome in to our evening mobility reset. What we're going to do tonight is go head to toe through the body and just bring everything down tight throughout the day. Maybe we worked out earlier in the day and we're just using this time to stretch out, to relax, mobilize our body, and to get ready to rest. All right, with that, we're going to get started here. If you have a mat or a carpet to lay out, a soft floor beneath you is going to be helpful here. I've got my mat laid out in the living room. All right, we are going to get started with some sun salutations. So what I'm going to do is take a big breath. Inhale and exhale. Collapse down over top of my feet. And nice and slowly here, I'm going to walk on out into my tall plank position. From here, drop the hips, push up into upward dog. We're going to take our time here, take a few breaths, really feel these positions out. Return back to our neutral plank position and go into downward dog. Now what I like to do here is to bend one knee at a time, stretch out the calves, alternate legs. We're just going to go 3 or 4 times on each side, nice and slow. Feel that deep stretch on the back of the calf. You can put your heel all the way to the floor. That's great. If you can't, that's okay too. I'm not quite there. Come on back to our neutral plank position. I'm going to walk my hands slowly back toward my feet. Inhale, stand all the way up. Let myself come down. We're going to go through that entire sequence 2 more times. Inhale. Down to the floor, hang out. And we'll walk out into our tall plank. Drop the chest down, push up into upward dog. Few nice breaths here. Come back to our neutral position and downward dog. Bend the right knee, stretch that left calf. Bend the left knee, stretch that right calf. And we're just switching back, nice and slow, no rush here. Come on back to our neutral plank position. Walk the hands slowly controlled back toward the feet. Stand up nice and slow. Big breath. Shake the arms out. Shake the legs out. Go through one more time. Big deep breath. And exhale. Hang out here a few extra seconds this time. I like the dangly arms. Shake them out. Let those shoulders shake out a little bit. Here we go. We're walking into our tall plank position. Press the chest down and back up into upward dog. Couple nice breaths here. Come back to neutral plank. And we push our hips to the ceiling into downward dog. Bend the right knee. Bend the left knee. Stretch the calves. Couple times on each side. Back to our neutral position in a nice slow walk. Take the hands back to the feet. Inhale. And exhale. Shake it out. Shake the arms, shake the legs. Take a little rest here. Next, we're going to go into a cross crawl. So we are bringing our elbows and knees together. I'm going to go nice and easy here. Right elbow to the left knee. Back to the floor, left elbow to the right knee. So what we're doing, we're working across the body. We're trying to reset everything from our armpits down to our hips. So that's the rib cage. Those are our postural muscles, our hips, our hip flexors. We're just nice and easy. Try to touch that elbow to the knee and make sure that that opposite leg stays nice and balanced. We're going nice and slowly here. You may feel a little crunch in the abs. That's okay if you feel that. We're about 3 more times with each side. Nice and easy here. All right. Shake the arms. Shake the legs. So what we just did is we brought the legs up. This time what we're going to do is we're going to take the upper body down. So I'm going to take my right leg, step over top the left, reach down and bend slightly to my right. Come all the way back out of that. Take the left leg, step over the right leg as I reach down slowly to the left. Come back up. So again, this is the same thing. We're going across the body, mobilizing not only one part, upper or lower, but we're going side to side a little bit here too. And we're alternating sides. So that's right across, step the left across, reach down, gentle twist to the left, go back to the right, gentle twist. That stretch will intensify in that leg, maybe in the upper back a little bit too, as you do that gentle twist. We're going to go a couple more times with each leg. So I want you to focus on your breathing. So I'm going to inhale in my tall position, exhale as I come down. Once more to each side. Very nicely done. Shake the arms, shake the legs. All right. I'm going to slide over to one side of my mat. We're going to do a side lunge, and at the same time, I'm going to reach back across my body. So I'm stepping with my left leg first, out into that lunge, trying to keep my knees and my toe pointed straight ahead. As I get down in this lunge, both arms are going to reach back toward my right side. Come out of that nice and controlled. Step out to the side, reach both arms. I'm pointing my toes at my right foot here. And come on back out. Now, you may feel a little stretch. You're not be able to get all the way down there. If this is what you can get right here, that's great. As you get this extra mobility, as you start to stretch out the muscles, mobilize the joints, you'll sink a little bit lower. We're going to go 2 more times. All the way across, reach. Once more. All right. Shake the legs out as we work over to the other side of the mat. And we're going to do the same thing here. Right leg stepping this time, step out and across, nice and controlled, knees and toes pointed directly ahead, reaching across to the left. And step back. Exhale. And come back up. Once more here with this right leg side lunge. Come on out. Shake out the legs. Take a little time here. We got one more move on our feet. Work the shoulders and the thoracic spine a little bit here. Do some big arm circles. This is a really simple one. I'm going to take my right arm, big circles forward, nice and slow. We're going to do 5 rotations. Stop at the side and reverse for 5 rotations. Nice controlled breathing here. Try to keep your torso nice and level and go with the left side forward. So we don't want to have our entire body twisting here. Get whatever you can from that shoulder joint. You may see my right arm and left arm don't quite move the same. That's okay. Get what you can get through that joint. We're going to reverse and go backwards. Nice and steady. One more. Selfishly, I'm doing an extra rep on the left side. All right, next, we're going to do something we haven't done before. This is a goblet squat. And what we're going to do is as we get down to the floor, we're going to stretch out the hips. Our knees are going to be working. Our ankles are going to be working. Our chest might be working a little bit. I'm going to work down to the floor and then lift up into an overhead squat. So this is what we're doing here. We're going to do 5 nice slow reps. So I'm taking my knees, my legs just outside of hips width apart. My toes are pointed away from me at about a 45-degree angle. Hands in the middle, goblet position. Drop down as low as you can get here. Lower the hands to the floor. Just touch the floor there. Lift them straight up overhead into this overhead position. Stand back up. Again, shake out the legs a little bit. You may feel like your thighs are working a little bit here. That's okay. This is good. We are strengthening those muscles and working through these joints. So, again, foot position just outside of hips width. Hands together in the middle. Nice, slow squat down. Drop the hands to the floor. Raise overhead. Now, my goal is to get my biceps next to my ears. If you can't quite get there, that's okay. Get your hands up as high as you can. We're going to do 3 more of those. Nice and slow down. Hands to the floor. Overhead position. Raise back out. Another thing I want you to think about when you're down there, keeping your feet completely flat. So what I don't want to have is, you can see here, my heels coming up. We want to try and avoid that. So down nice and slow, hands to the floor, overhead position, rise. Let's go one more time. Hands together, down to the floor, overhead position, and rise. All right, shake out the legs. I know mine are feeling it a little bit here. We're gonna do another sequence in that goblet position. This time what we're gonna do, we're gonna be down there a little bit longer, so we're gonna stretch the inner thighs. We're gonna add in an upper body torso stretch as well, so stay with me here. First thing we're gonna do, we just did it 5 times. Let's get back down to that goblet position. Now in here, I'm gonna use my elbows against my knees. This is called a pry. Gently, gently rocking side to side. 3 to each side, nice and steady here. 4, and 1 more, and then we'll stand and come out of that position. This can be a tough position to stay down that long. If you can't quite get 5, that's fine. Go ahead and get what you can. Rise up, shake the legs out, take your time, reset yourself. Back to our goblet position. Drop down using the elbows against the knees. Gentle rocking side to side. And come on up nice and steady. Now, here's where our upper body comes in. This time when I go down to the floor, I'm going to stay there. I'm going to use my elbows to create a barrier against my knee. So I'm going to drop down, take my right arm, put it on the floor. I have my knee pressed against my elbow here. My left hand, as best as I can, try to raise that up to the ceiling. What I'm doing is creating this barrier so that my knee doesn't come down with the other side. Open to the ceiling. Left hand to the floor, same thing. Barrier against the knee, open the right side to the ceiling. We're just going to alternate sides nice and steady. Again, do what you can here. Stay steady. If this is painful, come on out of it. You really want to try and open that chest up to the ceiling. We'll go a couple more times here. I'm going to come on up out of that position. All right, shake the arms. Shake the legs out. Pretty good stretches there. Take our time. We're going to go down to the mat for our series on the floor next. What we're going to do is we're going to do a sit through to a bridge. So what I'm going to do here is my right leg is going to be coming through on a diagonal toward the front of my mat. So I'm going to just slide myself over to that right side. Put hands in knees position here. Toes are active. All I'm going to do in this position is I'm going to lift my left side, lift the left side up, rotate the toe, bring the right foot through, and my right butt cheek is on the ground, and I'm going to push a bridge up, hips toward the ceiling. Lower that right side back to the floor, come back to my starting position. One more time here, nice and slow. Again, opening the left side, the left knee, and the left arm come at the same time. Get those open. Right hip comes to the floor. Right foot at a diagonal. Using my right arm and my left leg, I'm pushing up into that bridge. Come back to the floor. Back to my starting position. 2 more times. Open the left. Right hip to the floor. Bridge up. Reach with that left side. Push with that right shoulder. Hip down. Come back to our starting position. 1 more time. Open. Hip down. Bridge. Hip back down. And come on down. Shake that right arm out. Take our time. I'm going to slide over to the left side of my mat. So this time, working diagonally to the right. And here we go. 1 more time. Now it's the opposite side here. Opening the right arm and leg at the same time. Left leg comes through. Hip to the floor. Bridge. Back down to the floor. Back to the start. 4 more times. Try to match your breathing with each movement. 2 more here. We're going one more time. Right arm, right leg open. Left hip to the floor. Bridge and reach. Back down into our starting position. All right. Take a little time here. That one can be tough. The wrists, the elbows, the shoulders. Take your time. Shake it out. Got just a few more here. I'm going to turn this side for this next one. We're going into our neck, shoulders, hips, and knees series. Starting with the neck, we're doing our head nod. So I'm in my 6-point position. 1, 2, 3. And on the right side, 1, 2, 3. My feet are flat. Drop your butt back toward your heels. If this position is uncomfortable, bring the toes up. That'll alleviate some of that pressure on the ankle. If you can get here, that's good. I want you to be able to look straight ahead. Chest and head are up. I'm going to do some head nods here. So first movement, take the chin down toward the chest and lift your eyes up to the ceiling. Back to the chest and up to the ceiling. And we're going to go a few more times here. We're going to do 10 repetitions in each direction. So hang out with me, folks. Nice steady movements. Take care of that neck. Maybe we've been looking at the computer screen all day. Let those muscles come down. Remind them that it's okay to relax. A few more times here. Chin down the chest. Eyes to the ceiling. 2 more. Last time. All right. Come on out of that 6-point position. Let those hips come down a little bit. Shake the arms. We go back into our 6-point position. This time we're going to do some rocking. This is going to work for the hips and the shoulders. So similar starting position here. See, my chest is up. What I'm going to do is extend my hands about another 5 or 6 inches forward. I want to be able to stretch out a little more so I can get some more motion at the shoulder, but not so far that my chest collapses. I want to be able to keep my chest up. What I'm doing here, gentle push into the wrists. Drop back. Into the wrists, drop back. Now, if you're feeling pain in the wrists, don't go so far. Maybe you only get up to that neutral position. If you get a little further, that's okay. Push the hips back. If you're feeling nice and loose, spread the knees apart a little bit. Really sink those hips down toward the floor. And forward and backward. Let's go 5 more times. Head up, chest up. I can look at the wall in front of me. One more in this position. All right. Take a little time. Shake the arms out. Let the hips relax. If you need to come off of the knees for a second here, to come on up and shake the legs out, that's okay too. This is why we want to have a nice soft floor here, maybe a blanket or a towel. I've got the big exercise mat. All right. We're going to go down into our half kneeling position. So I'll show you from the side here. We're going to work the hip flexors and then the inner thigh. So I'm starting in my 90-90 position. 90-degree bend down here, 90 degrees up here. Hips are nice and level. I'm not tipped over. I'm just gently rocking forward and backward. I've got my left knee on the floor, so I'm stretching that left hip flexor. Gently forward and backward. Don't try to push really far into that forward leg so much that you only feel this right leg. You want to keep that feeling in that left hip. One more time. All right, now what I'm going to do is you're going to stay in that position. So I was just here. I'm taking my right leg, bring it to the side. And I'm stretching this inner thigh. Again, range of motion is up to you. Whatever is comfortable for you. 5 times. All right, we are switching legs. So I've got my left leg in front this time. Still in my 90-90 position. Gentle rocks, pushing the right hip forward. Bring that leg over to the side and gently rocking into that left leg. All right. Go ahead and relax. We've got just a few more here, folks. We're going to drop down to the mat into our child's position. Now, in this position, I like to tuck my feet under the butt. Again, same thing as that 6-point position. If it's uncomfortable, go ahead and bend the toes. We're going to drop straight on down to the floor. Stretch those arms out. Let that head sink down to the floor. Ears go between the biceps. I'm going to take both my hands and reach to the right. It's going to intensify that stretch on the left side of my back. I just want to take a few nice big breaths here. Come on back to that center position. Reset for just a moment. Take both hands, reach over to the left. We're going to take 3 nice big breaths. Nice full exhale. Going back to that center position one more time. So you can't reach your hands, creep them just a bit more forward. 2 more big breaths. Slowly come on up. Shake the arms out. Let the breath return to normal. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much to everyone for all of your participation, your wonderful emails, comments. We read them all. We see everything. We are so grateful that we're able to provide these videos and these workouts for you all. And we're really grateful that you're enjoying them. So please keep tuning in. And don't forget, if you have any questions, reach out to us. Thank you so much. See you next time.